Hi, I'm Mr. James B. McCarthy. Welcome to Learning Through the Lens. We are going to be doing drama about a story called Rough-Faced Girl, which is at least 300 years old, and it comes from the Algonquian people who lived in the eastern woodlands of North America. As you probably know, in those eastern woodlands there lived bear and there lived eagle, and that people had to collect firewood to cook and to eat. And also people had to hunt in order to eat, and one way they hunted was bow and arrow. So we have four pictures: a bear, an eagle, someone collecting firewood, and someone using a bow and arrow, and we can show that by doing a snapshot like this. 1, 2, 3 off, and 1, 2, 3 on. Let's do the bear first. 1, 2, 3 off, snapshot of a bear. 1, 2, 3 snapshot. And 1, 2, 3 off. A snapshot of an eagle. 1, 2, 3 snapshot. 1, 2, 3 off. A snapshot of someone carrying firewood. 1, 2, 3 snapshot. 1, 2, 3 off. We can also do this by stepping off camera and doing a frame freeze. Let's do the carrying wood again, doing a frame freeze like this. 1, 2, 3 off. And 1, 2, 3 frame freeze. Show me you're carrying wood. 1, 2, 3 off. And here we go. Let's all do it together. Carrying wood. 1, 2, 3 frame freeze. And 1, 2, 3 off. Last one, you're shooting a bow and arrow. 1, 2, 3 frame freeze. 1, 2, 3 off. And look back in the camera. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Let's listen to the first part of our story, The Rough-Faced Girl. Once long ago, there was a village by the shores of Lake Ontario. Off from the other wigwams of this village stood one great huge wigwam. Painted on its side were pictures of the sun, moon, stars, plants, trees, and animals, and inside this wigwam there was said to live a very great, rich, powerful, and supposedly handsome invisible being. However, no one could see him except his sister, who lived there too. Many women wanted to marry this invisible being, but his sister said, "Only the one who can see him can marry him." Now, in this village there lived a poor man who had 3 daughters. The 2 older daughters were cruel and hard-hearted, and they made their youngest sister sit by the fire and feed the flames. When the burning branches popped, the sparks fell on her. In time, her hands became burnt and scarred. Her arms, too, became rough and scarred. Even her face was marked by the fire, and her beautiful long back hair hung ragged and charred. And those 2 older sisters laughed at her, saying, "Ha! You're ugly, you rough-faced girl." And they made her life very lonely and miserable indeed. So that's the beginning of our story. Now we're going to do 2 snapshots and 2 frame freezes. The first 2 will be about our main character, the rough-faced girl, who works very hard. And we'll do those as snapshots. One will be about her carrying something very heavy, and the other will be about how her skin feels because it's all burnt and scarred from the fire. Ready? 1, 2, 3 off. And show a snapshot. She's carrying something heavy. 1, 2, 3 snapshot. 1, 2, 3 off. And her burnt face and hands. 1, 2, 3 snapshot. 1, 2, 3 off. 1, 2, 3 on. Now 2 frame freezes. One about one sister being bossy and the other sister laughing at the rough-faced girl. 1, 2, 3 off. And being bossy to the rough-faced girl. 1, 2, 3 frame freeze. 1, 2, 3 off. And laughing at the rough-faced girl. 1, 2, 3 frame freeze. 1, 2, 3 off. Now you pick your favorite, and I'll count us in. You can do a snapshot or a frame freeze of one of those characters. Ready? 1, 2, 3 off, or off camera. And ready? 1, 2, 3 show your shape. And 1, 2, 3 off. This is the story of the rough-faced girl. See you next time for more of the story.